Hello everyone, welcome to Cold War's Flu Warfare Dev Notes. Now, as you can see, we're here in Unreal Engine and gotta say, some of the most difficult challenges I've come across in this project was my tank system. To make a follow quest wasn't too difficult, but to make a follow quest in the way that I wanted to came as a struggle because I didn't know how to implement it in the right way. So I kind of cheated. My way of implementing it was, well, as you saw in the earlier video, when you followed the tank, it moved across the map, and it followed this spline right here. Now, how do I have it stop at a spot, and how do I let it know when to keep going? I didn't. What I did was, I made a destroyer and a spawner to pick up the chicken. It activates the trigger box that was there, and surprisingly enough, the tank is there, ready to move. So that was my hack at it. That's what I used, and I think it came across kind of well. I think the translation could be implemented a little bit better. And what I wanted with the tank was to stop whenever there was a lot of enemies. Now, in the very beginning, he was a little bit more excited, more aggressive. So he wanted to, because this is supposed to be a water bear. This was the my original intention. That's why it's pink. As you can see, it stops because it registers the other enemies. Once I eliminate all the enemies here, he starts moving again. And it's only certain enemies, and that was my intention to have throughout the entirety of the game, but I thought it'd make a little bit more sense towards the end. That way it kind of it's a little bit of a shorter run, and it makes the player have to eliminate some of these enemies, which I thought was a better idea towards the end of the game. Now, another challenge came with my weapon system. Now, in order to implement a 3 weapon system, there wasn't really a lot of tutorials out there to help me out, so I did end up coming up with a system thanks to the help from a good friend of mine, Ryan Laley. Now, I made a parent gun that has all the functions of all my guns. So I have my rifle, my P90, and my pistol. And they are all on my player character, but the visibility is set to off. So as you go and switch weapons through the gun inventory, it will equip guns based on what number is currently equipped. And then through this system right here, it checks which gun is currently equipped, and then it fires the respective gun through the parent. This also checks which gun is equipped and reloads through the respective gun. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit messy and it's not the best system, and it could be cleaned up a little bit, but it works and it shows exactly what I needed to show. It shows multiple weapons that fires in different ways, one using projectiles and the rest using line traces, but one being much, much shorter range than the other one. And the other one can shoot out quite far, though it's too far for you to see the effect. Another challenge came from making little rooms. Now, I've never been a modeler, and I've never claimed to be, but through my modeling tool in Unreal Engine, I learned that I can cut out different bits of a building, such as the door. Now, these two are the same models, but I just cut out the door and overlaid it over a building, and it showed exactly what I needed to show. A building that you can enter and you have to clear out. Another challenge was scale. How do I make you feel like you're on an actual Cheerio? So, through the environment, it kind of tells you that you're on either a table or on the floor. More than likely a table because it has a radio, it's got some batteries, it's got a book, and it's got an iPhone. And then it's kind of hard to tell what this is, but this is actually a large knife. And then other Cheerios. So it goes to show that, your Cheerio probably isn't the only Cheerio that has a battle on it. Whenever it came to other games, like set in a normal size, you could add trees to kind of cover up a little bit of the landscape and add a little bit more immersion. Now, I didn't have that luxury to use trees because of my very miniature setting. So, me and my friend Sal Monaco, we decided to make mushrooms. So that's why you have mushrooms in the background, and while you're on the ground, it just adds a little bit more to the screen, and it makes you feel like, hey, you're a little micro guy, on a really really old and funky Cheerio. Thank you for watching my developer notes, and I hope you enjoyed.